Are you looking for the best smartwatches? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best smartwatches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Apple Watch Series 10. I've been using an Apple Watch since 2015, and it's still my favorite option. The Series 10 is the latest version and came out in September. I've been using it for about a month, and the experience is nearly identical to last year's Series 9, which I loved, but it has some minor improvements that'll give it more longevity. Both models got a new water temperature sensor, a faster processor, a new titanium finish, and a slight increase in screen size, putting them at 42 and 46 millimeters. The Series 10 is truly a case of the best for most. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, sleep data nerd, or just someone who likes to check your notifications without pulling out your phone. It has all the basic functions of a good fitness tracker, including monitoring for runs, bike rides, and strength training. That, paired with its passive monitoring of things like your steps and heart rate, make it a viable option for those who like to keep an eye on their health but don't need precise data about today's run being faster than yesterday's. On the health front, the Series 10 can monitor your blood oxygen levels, though it's not a diagnostic tool, your heart rate, and any irregular rhythms, and your ovulation cycle. Number 2. Apple Watch SE, 2nd Gen. GPS 40mm. If you're new to the smartwatch game or are an intermediate athlete who doesn't need every metric possible, you should consider the more affordable Apple Watch SE. It starts out $200 cheaper than the Series 10, comes in slightly smaller 40mm and 44mm sizes, lacks ECG and blood oxygen monitoring, and doesn't have an always-on display. That said, it still covers all the bases of a good smartwatch. It can track your workouts, monitor your heart rate for peaks and lows as well as irregular rhythms, and track sleep and ovulation cycles, though the Series 10 also has the ability to give retrospective ovulation estimates, plus fall and crash detection. Number 3. Apple Watch Ultra 2. When the Apple Watch Ultra debuted in 2022, I assured myself I wouldn't need the extra features and that I'd be perfectly content with my Series 8. Then in 2023, after a week of testing the Apple Watch Ultra 2, I immediately started rearranging my budget. Its bigger screen, longer battery life, more durable design, and additional action button for quickly triggering workouts have left me reconsidering which model I'll be upgrading to. I think it outpaces the Series 10. However, I don't think the price point merits a best-in-class designation. The Ultra 2's 49mm display may seem alarmingly large, but even with my fairly small wrists, the display never feels cumbersome or overly flashy. The extra screen space allows for a more information-dense watch face that can display more complications, widgets, on a single screen to show you the weather conditions, your daily tasks, calendar events, or sleep and fitness tracking. Even if you're not heavy on fitness, you may appreciate the extra room if you hate squinting down at your wrist. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. If you're on Android, especially a Samsung device, the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 is the best smartwatch you can get. It works with any Android device that runs at least version 8 of Android, making it more compatible with other devices than an Apple Watch, though it's still tied to Android. It's 44mm. Casing didn't look too big or small on my wrist and made glancing at notifications from a distance squint-free. The Watch 7 is slightly larger than last year's model and has a larger display that is easier to read, but it still looks good and fits comfortably on the wrist. On the fitness front, the Watch 7 has all the same features as last year's Watch 6, including workout tracking for runs, swims, and bike rides, sleep tracking, and heart rate monitoring. You can use the watch without using Samsung's Health app, which has features like turn-by-turn directions while hiking or cycling, but not all features are accessible outside Samsung's first-party apps, which you'll have to use for things such as ECG monitoring and sleep apnea detection. Overall, you'll have to use 2 apps to totally manage the watch: Galaxy Wearable and Samsung Health. If you're already in the Samsung ecosystem, that won't be too much of a hassle, but you'll have to deal with a bit more friction if you're on a Google Pixel or other Android device. Number 5. Google Pixel Watch 3. While I liked last year's Pixel Watch 2, this year's Watch 3 is an improvement in nearly every way. I tested it for 2 weeks while trying out Google's Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and in that time, it became my favorite Android-friendly smartwatch. The watch's screen, which features a domed display that gives it a unique look compared to the flat screen of the Galaxy Watch 7, now comes in both 41mm and 45mm sizes, which is a noteworthy improvement over Google's single-size offering on the Pixel Watch 2. Like Apple and Samsung's flagship smartwatches, the Pixel Watch 3 features an always-on display, which is brighter than the Watch 2's, all-day battery life, robust fitness tracking, and better notification management than Apple's software. On the health front, it can monitor your heart rate for irregular rhythms, with FDA-approved ECG alerts, has sleep and workout tracking, comes with 6 free months of Fitbit Premium, and has Fitbit integrations like more accurate heart rate monitoring, AFib detection, stress monitoring, and sleep tracking. It'll also track your heart rate in zones, depending on the intensity of your workout, and give you guidance on pacing to prevent you from pushing yourself too far. Just like the Apple Watch, the Pixel Watch 3 can automatically start tracking workouts when it notices a spike in your activity, so you can quickly toggle the watch into workout mode once you've already started. Number 6. Garmin Vívoactive 5. If you're not sure whether you can commit to Android or iOS for more than a year or two, or you like to lean heavily into the fitness aspect of wearables, get Garmin's Vívoactive 5, which works with both operating systems. Strategist writer Jeremy Relosa recommends this running watch for its subtle design and ability to track 25 different types of workouts, including cardio, HIIT, yoga, elliptical training, Pilates, golfing, cycling, and swimming, which is just a bit more than the other smartwatches we recommend. In addition to being a solid fitness tracker, the Vívoactive 5 has the longest battery life of any watch on this list, and it's not even close. This watch can last for up to 11 days on a single charge, meaning you might not even have to worry about bringing a charger with you if you're just going on a weekend trip. In exchange for longer battery life, you do lose the integration that true smartwatches like the Apple Watch and Pixel Watch offer. You won't be able to download the same apps, make payments from your wrist, or unlock your phone without passcodes or biometrics. Notification interactions are also more limited than what you can get with a first-party smartwatch. If you're mostly looking to track your workouts and stay on top of your health data, Garmin's tech can't be beat, but you won't get a full-blown smartwatch experience. For that, it's best to go with one of our other recommendations.